Coming up, a trifecta of delicious date night destinations. Grab a seat at supper and see one of the hottest new hotels in Texas. Scrumptious foods and a scandalous past are on the menu here. And from a food truck to a full-on cookhouse, this jazzy hidden gem is always a fun night out. Then, we're shining the spotlight on one of my favorite spots, cooking up Creole classics with one of Houston's top chefs.
All the flavors and all of these aromas are amazing.
Good Taste starts right now.
I'm Tanji Patton. Each week we travel the state to find the best food for you we can find. And we're at an awesome place right now, the historic Pearl Brewery, home to at least a dozen incredible dining spots. Also here, Hotel Emma. And as you're about to find out, a hotel with a colorful and scandalous past that just happens to have some pretty awesome food.
Hotel Emma sits smack dab in the center of San Antonio's hottest new haven for foodies, Pearl.
You know, we knew about Emma, and so we were really looking forward to coming.
This stunning hotel was once the original brew house at Pearl.
Love the decor, the feel, the atmosphere.
The grand structure pairs perfectly with its beautiful dining venue, simply called Supper. But things weren't always so simple back in its early days. The hotel's namesake was Emma Kohler, the brewery's feisty owner whose husband was murdered in the midst of a love triangle. Emma persevered, saving jobs and the brewery during Prohibition. You might say Supper embraces that bold spirit, daring its diners to dive into the deliciousness of executive chef John Brand's Southern creativity. Like the tender grilled beef Santa Maria, drenched in garlic chimichurri sauce with decadent duck fat potatoes. Or the succulent pork prime rib on a bed of grilled radicchio and red cabbage with a tangy pressed apple and vinegar reduction. Then there's the crispy sweet sorghum roasted carrots on a pillow of creme fraiche with poppy seeds. So good, you'll want to eat your veggies first.
So tell me about your vision for supper, because I know you and I know you're a very passionate guy, passionate about your food, and you're also very passionate about the folks you work with.
I think what's special about supper is it's approachable. It's nothing too precious. We take the food seriously, and we try to understand it, not manipulate it too much. So I think we have a strong focus on vegetables, but we're equally as skilled with any of the other meats.
This talented chef brings a wealth of experience from some of the best kitchens around the country.
Well, I love the name, because to me the name imparts, it just means family.
Yep.
You think all good comfort things,
Yes.
right?
Yes, yeah, and yes, we do want things that we wanted food that you could relate to, food that you would understand, food that we like to eat as well, but not something that you're going to find elsewhere in San Antonio. So not too stereotyped by the zip code and cliche free.
His motto? Simple food done well with the focus on technique.
Okay, so chef, your vegetables are going right on the wood.
Yes, we use a blend of mesquite and mesquite hardwood and post oak locally from the area, and we found that we can get utilize this wonderful piece of equipment for our vegetables versus just a traditional roast or throwing them in the oven. We do have a great grill, which is awesome, but I like the I guess I like treating vegetables like they were meat.
Yeah.
In this application, not everything. I don't want to get smoky, too smoky. But I do want to have a good roast or a char to them. I think vegetables are awesome that way.
Just add so many different layers of flavor.
Here, Chef Brand adds that smoky goodness to charred eggplant. Peel and all, it goes in the blender with a squeeze of fresh lemon, garlic, a pinch of salt and pepper, and a big bunch of fresh basil.
And so what will you serve this on?
I will serve it with, tonight I'll serve it with some soul for one of your dishes. I serve it for lunch and a lot of crispy vegetables.
Oh, whoa. I think I could eat a bowl of it.
Could like dip chips in or whatever.
Absolutely.
And you can eat it cold as well. So
I've got 2 spoons. That is good. It really is.
Good.
That is fantastic.
Now that you know supper truly shines, here, the cool ambiance and creative cocktails also entice a who's who clientele.
And I should tell you, for those of you that like to kind of dine where the movers and shakers dine, you've got some Spurs loyalists, NBA types I've seen here from time to time.
we have some regulars, and we're proud of that. So.
Supper's pastry chef has the inside scoop on Tony Parker's favorite cake. She should know. She crafted the cake for his birthday.
So what flavor?
You know, they wanted to keep it really simple, so he had a vanilla cake with pastry cream and strawberry filling.
And I bet it was fantastic.
I think so.
No plain vanilla here. Jen's other desserts are a funky fusion of flavors.
The desserts are really creative, right?
This thing has celery in it. It's the panna cotta.
She's talking about the Sweet Corn Panna Cotta with blueberries and celery relish. I had to try it.
I'm eating celery in the dessert. Who knew? It's really good.
Like everything at Supper and Hotel Emma, simply delightful. Fire up your taste buds.
A little Pernod.
We've got a date at one of the Bayou City's most beautiful spots for brunch and dinner. But next, grab a bib for some Big Easy jazz and barbecue shrimp.
And if you leave a little something on your shirt, that's just a reminder for later of the beautiful meal you had.
Our date night special will be right back.
Good things come from Cisco.
All right, pop quiz, guys. Do you ever wonder how farm-fresh ingredients get from the farm to the restaurant? You probably don't think about stuff like that, but that's all we think about. But we're not a farm, and we're not a restaurant. We're the guys who connect the best local products to the best restaurants. We search out new food trends, help with menu options, even kitchen equipment and smart technology solutions. We're Cisco, and you probably don't know everything we do. But your favorite restaurant? Yeah, they do. Good things come from Cisco.
Sometimes the best spots are hidden, tucked away from the busy streets and bright lights. And that's certainly the case here, where a young Cajun couple is recreating some amazing New Orleans food in their very own cookhouse. Let's head inside. Bourbon Street flavor is bubbling up inside the Cookhouse in a little neighborhood just north of downtown San Antonio. A spot where the jazz is jumping and so are the jumbo barbecue shrimp. Whoa!
Yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah. With showstoppers, like these butter-drenched charbroiled oysters. They're still sizzling on the plate.
This is the Cajun fajita plate. Comes out sizzling hot on the plate for you.
Or this redfish with crispy cauliflower and shoestring potatoes. This catch of the day is right off the boat. Lots of Cajun favorites here that folks can't stop bragging about.
The food is authentic. We've had the char-grilled oysters that were outstanding.
All from a young chef from the Big Easy who left home for art school. So your roots are New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah, definitely. You know, New Orleans has so many influences. I don't have any Cajun blood, you know, and that's the first thing people always ask is, are you Cajun?
That was the first thing I asked you. This chef longed for those Cajun flavors from home.
Ended up in culinary school in California ultimately, and so from there fell in love with it.
And also fell for the love of his life. So how did you guys meet?
We met in church actually in California. She was singing in the choir, and I just laid eyes on her one day and said, I gotta meet this girl.
Was it love at first sight?
It was. It was almost unbelievable and unrealistic, but just really awesome. And so we just
found that we had a lot of things in common, and one of those things was food. I love to eat it, and he loved to cook it, so it was perfect.
They were married 7 months later. Since then, a move to San Antonio and a rapidly growing family.
Talk about a busy couple. How many kids do you have?
We've got 4 kids now.
And their ages?
3 boys. They're 5, 3, 2, and newborn, 6 months.
Oh my goodness.
So we're busy.
You're incredibly busy.
The couple's first food venture together, a funky New Orleans-themed food truck named Where Ya At?
In San Antonio, they say, how you doing, or what's up. In New Orleans, we say, where you at? They say, where you at, baby? And so, you know, that's our greeting. It works well with the truck because we're always moving around.
Worked so well that soon after, the Cookhouse opened its doors.
Hi there, how are y'all?
Already, it's reservations only on the weekends.
What are some of the dishes that you missed in New Orleans that you wanted to bring to San Antonio?
You know, one of my favorite dishes that we joked around, me and some friends, before we opened the food truck and then definitely before the restaurant, was New Orleans BBQ Shrimp. So we played around with that idea, and that's kind of become our signature dish here. I always say that would be my last meal if I knew it was coming. Barbecue shrimp's awesome because it's got so many different flavors. We do a bunch of different peppers. There's red pepper, cayenne pepper, black pepper, white pepper, pepper flakes. Then it's also got fresh garlic and Worcestershire sauce. We mix all that stuff in with the butter ahead of time. So this is our barbecue butter. There's a few things I left out of that just because that's our little secret. Yeah.
Barbecue butter.
Barbecue butter.
But the real secret, he says, is to keep the pan moving. Don't stir it with a spoon.
Got some fresh bread coming out of the oven.
Have you noticed since we moved to the kitchen, I'm getting more of that New Orleans accent? I can tell even
It happens when you get around those smells and that food.
A little more barbecue butter, and these babies are ready to plate and taste.
Just squeeze that little head and peel, and you got this big, beautiful piece of shrimp. You can give that a little dunk in that sauce.
Yeah, go for it. It's dripping and I don't care. It is so good.
And if you leave a little something on your shirt, that's just a reminder for later of the beautiful meal you had.
What about all over your chin?
Yeah, all that.
So leave your diet at home for this one, because you'll want to sop up some of that sauce too, with plenty of fresh Gambino's French bread. The Cookhouse is a true Cajun delight. One visit here and you'll be bragging about it too.
Okay, time to find out how to make that delicious Cajun barbecue shrimp that the Cookhouse is famous for. And I'm with my expert, Chef Belinda, at HEB Cooking Connection, where we find all kinds of great, delicious things. Quick and easy, we can do at home.
That's right, Tanji. Quick and easy is the way to make the compound butter that's famous at the Cookhouse.
And that's the key to this dish?
Yes,
okay.
Is the butter. The other key is you're going to use shrimp that have their head on them because there's a lot of nice fat and flavor in the head.
Okay.
And you take the shells, when you peel the shrimp, you're going to toast them really nicely, put them in your molcajete or food processor and pulverize them. Then you're going to take 2 sticks of butter that are room temperature and soft, whip them up with your mixer, and then we're going to add in 1 jar of the Cookhouse & Company barbecue shrimp mix. Quick, easy.
And the flavor in this is unbelievable. Okay, let's do it.
All right. Okay, go ahead on your hot skillet, put in your compound butter. Let that get nice and hot. Then we're going to go ahead and add in the shrimp and a little more garlic. Okay? The compound butter, again, that's the key to all the flavor in here. And you're going to go ahead and pour in some amber beer. Let this cook off and reduce. You're going to rotate, and the key to this is moving the pan around. You do not want to let the sauce sit. Also, go ahead and get some lemon juice for a little bit of acid. You can go ahead and put your lemon in there. It's going to give a nice brightness of flavor. And then to finish this off, you're going to go ahead and turn off your flame and add in some more of the compound butter and let this melt in and swirl around. This is your Cookhouse at-home version of barbecued shrimp.
Wow, you nailed it. As always, that is awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Coming up next,
some of my favorite Chardonnays in my wine finds for the week. And we've got a date at one of Houston's best chef's table.
Yes, there is real turtle in the soup.
Goodtaste will be right back.
Good Taste with Tanji is brought to you in part
by H-E-B.
My hometown just happens to be home to a restaurant that's been at the top of its game for 45 years. Growing up, this is where my family celebrated special occasions. And as you're about to see, every meal is special at Brennan's.
When there's something to celebrate, you want to come here.
Definitely special occasions.
To one of the most beautiful restaurants in the Bayou City.
Oh, the food's fantastic and the service is unbelievable.
Brennan's of Houston. Hey! The elegant decor oozes Southern charm with its stately brick walls framed in thick crown moldings. Sparkling chandeliers add a festive touch. And the perfect spot to take it all in? The giant wingback chairs. So comfy, you'll never want to leave.
His reputation is spread far and wide.
It's a reputation well earned. Here, Creole classics like velvety turtle soup and sugar-dusted beignets share the table with tons of Texas coastal cuisine. You'll love brunch at Brennan's too. One of the standouts, Eggs Brennan, with 1 Eggs Benedict and 1 Egg Sourdough, a poached egg atop an artichoke bottom and creamed spinach, both drenched in rich hollandaise. Another star at Brennan's any time of day, wood-grilled Gulf oysters.
Great oyster flavor, huh?
The perfect finale to any meal here, the tableside bananas Foster. These are worth every single scrumptious calorie. All this goodness orchestrated by Chef Danny Trace, who's been with the Brennan's family for 20 years. I was curious, after all these years, all the fantastic food he's seen.
What still kind of gets you excited?
You know, I like they all kind of excite me. You know, it all depends on the day, the week. You know, jumble up crab cakes. I mean, that's something that's been done here forever at Brennan's.
And they do it right, tossing those jumbo lumps of crab meat with roasted kernels of fresh corn, all dressed with a light rabago sauce and served over a silky corn cream.
I've never had your crab cake.
Well, good. Well,
so I can't wait.
Welcome home. So, I mean, that's a half a pound of crab on a plate.
Jumbo.
Jumbo lump.
And it's delicious. Another chef favorite, Brennan's shrimp and grits, made with homegrown stone-ground Texas grits and Texas goat cheese. And just about everyone's favorite, Brennan's famous turtle soup.
I mean, the first question that I get asked, besides the people that have been coming here forever, is there real turtle in it? Yes, there is real turtle in the soup.
In the kitchen, this maestro of Creole cuisine even adds a Texas twist to bouillabaisse.
We like to call it Texas Creole.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it is a twist on bouillabaisse. Down in Louisiana, we call it coubillon.
Coubillon.
Yeah, so you know, it has all of the Gulf seafood. We're gonna have some beautiful red fish. We'll have, I'm actually gonna add soft-shell crab, some head-on shrimp, just a lot of vegetables, a lot of flavor.
He starts with a house-made Creole seasoning and sautéing it all in a smoking hot cast iron pan.
And I love the sear of that cast iron. Look at that.
Oh, I do too.
Just beautiful and clean and just very traditional.
Then in goes the garlic, the Creole Trinity.
A little Pernod. Hey! You always want to kind of taste what's going on.
Yeah.
Unless you don't like your family or your friends, then don't worry about it. It's a little warm.
Oh,
beautiful, huh?
Whoa.
Good flavors.
Danny says his love for Cajun cuisine came from his family, his grandfather.
He taught me a lot. Most of the men in my family cook. The women, not so much.
Are you teaching your boys to cook?
I am. I'm teaching them a lot. You know, my oldest son, he was making us French toast. He asked me the other day when I knew I was in trouble, he said, "Dad, I need you to teach me how to make hollandaise." I said, "Oh man."
That's why
I started kicking him away from the stove.
A family tradition passed from one generation to another. Just like celebrating special occasions, there's no better place than Brennan's. wine finds for the week are fantastic. I've got something for red wine lovers and white wine lovers. I would never leave you out. Well, sometimes I do, but not this week. Okay, we're talking Chardonnay fans, a really lovely Chardonnay, an unoaked Chardonnay from France. This one is called Labouré Roi, and forgive my French, I'm sure I butchered the name, but Labouré Roi, if that gets any better. Anyway, forget the name, the wine's fantastic. Look for it on the shelves. This is from the Mâconnais region in the southern end of Burgundy. It's bright, crisp, with lovely flavors of pears, peaches, apricots, even hints of crisp green apples. This one is priced at about $15 a bottle. Okay, moving on to the red finds, and I've got some fantastic ones. This is from a region I love, Portugal. Wines from Spain and Portugal are some of the best bargains on the shelves, and this is no exception. This one is called Churchill's Estates. This wine gets incredible ratings, and it's easy to see why. Its luscious flavors of dark plums, blackberries, and dark chocolate are enticing, and it's velvety soft on the finish, about $18 a bottle. Up next, a really big red wine, big on flavor and big on fun. This wine too receives incredible ratings from all of the expert wine officials, usually in the mid-90s, and it's a heck of a wine. It's called Billahaut Occultum Lapidum. It's a Rhone blend from France. Lots of layers of flavor here. The nose alone will reel you in with its luscious aromas of black fruits and leather. It's a real bargain. It truly is for the price. At $35 a bottle, it's worth every penny. And as always, found all my wines at H-E-B.
Good Taste will be right back.
We love it when you get social with us. Follow us on Facebook at Good Taste with Tanji and on Instagram and Twitter. And don't forget, if you missed any of this week's show, you can always catch it online at goodtaste.tv. Till next time, everyone, cheers to good taste.